We spend nearly 1/3 of our lives asleep, yet the truth is, we know very little about what actually happens to consciousness when the body drifts into slumber. If sleep is merely rest, why does the brain become more active at night than when we're awake? If dreams are just hallucinations, why do some of them leave a deeper impact than reality itself? There is a truth that has long been hidden. Sleep is not just sleep, it is a gateway to different dimensions of awareness. Could it be that while we sleep, our consciousness escapes the boundaries of time and reality? In this video, we will dive deep into the mysteries of consciousness during sleep, exploring prophetic dreams, out-of-body experiences, and even the theory of parallel universes. The truth about sleep may be entirely different from what you've been led to believe. Get ready and stay with me until the end of the video as we uncover the mysteries behind what seems like a daily routine: sleep. Most people believe that sleep is a time when the brain powers down, a state of rest where mental activity fades into silence. But in reality, sleep is far from an inactive process. The brain doesn't fully shut down. It shifts into a highly dynamic state, sometimes becoming even more active than when you're awake. During the deepest stages of sleep, brain activity slows, allowing the body to restore itself. However, as soon as you enter the REM, rapid eye movement phase, the rules change. Instead of quieting down, specific regions of the brain light up with intense activity, resembling patterns seen when a person is fully awake. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic and decision-making, becomes less active. This explains why dreams often lack structure, defy the laws of reality, and follow bizarre, unpredictable paths. On the other hand, the visual cortex and limbic system, which control imagery and emotions, become hyperactive. This is why dreams can be so visually intense, emotionally charged, and sometimes even overwhelming. People often report dreams filled with extreme joy, fear, or nostalgia, feelings that can linger long after waking. The emotional weight of dreams can be so powerful that some individuals wake up laughing, crying, or even feeling physically drained, as if they had truly lived through the experience. This paradox raises a crucial question. If sleep is supposed to be a time of rest, why does the brain work harder during dreams? The answer lies in the way the brain reorganizes itself at night. Instead of focusing on external stimuli, as it does during waking life, it turns inward, processing information in a completely different way. It strengthens neural connections, consolidates memories, and sorts through emotions, sometimes replaying past experiences or constructing entirely new ones. This shift in brain function suggests something profound. Consciousness doesn't disappear when you sleep, it transitions. While your physical body remains motionless, your mind ventures into a realm where time bends, logic fades, and raw emotion takes over. Some scientists propose that this state is essential for creativity, problem-solving, and emotional regulation. People often wake up with sudden insights, as if their mind had been working through complex ideas without their conscious effort. This could explain the phenomenon of sleeping on a problem and waking up with an answer. But what if there's more to this than simple memory processing? Some researchers speculate that dreams may serve a deeper function, perhaps even allowing consciousness to tap into realities beyond our waking perception. The brain, in its heightened dream state, might not just be replaying the past, it could be exploring possibilities, accessing unseen dimensions of thought, or even connecting to something greater than itself. So, is sleep truly rest? Not in the way we imagine. The body may be still, but the mind is anything but idle. It is reconstructing, exploring, and perhaps even transcending the physical world. The next time you drift into sleep, remember, your brain isn't turning off, it's waking up in an entirely different way. Every night, while we sleep, something fascinating happens in our brains. Scientists believe that the brain releases dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, a powerful psychedelic compound known for its ability to induce intense and otherworldly visions. While DMT is often associated with shamanic rituals and near-death experiences, research suggests that it may also play a crucial role in the dreaming process. DMT is naturally present in many plants and animals, but its presence in the human brain has intrigued researchers for decades. The pineal gland, a tiny structure deep in the center of the brain, has long been speculated to be the source of endogenous DMT. Some scientists believe that during REM sleep, the stage most associated with vivid dreams, the brain may release small amounts of DMT, possibly influencing the surreal and immersive nature of our dreams. This could explain why dreams often feel more vivid, emotional, or even mystical than ordinary waking thoughts. People who have used synthetic DMT in controlled settings frequently describe experiences that bear striking similarities to dreaming. They report entering strange, luminous landscapes, meeting bizarre yet intelligent entities, and feeling as though they are being shown profound truths about existence. Some even claim that DMT transports them to another dimension entirely, where they encounter beings that seem more real than reality itself. Could it be that our dreams are a natural, nightly version of this phenomenon? If DMT is naturally occurring and involved in dreaming, this raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness. Are dreams simply hallucinations created by the brain, or do they offer glimpses into hidden aspects of reality? Many ancient traditions view dreams as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind, or even as a gateway to other dimensions of existence. If a substance like DMT can produce such extraordinary experiences in a waking state, what does that imply about the world we perceive when we're awake? Philosophers and neuroscientists alike have long debated whether our waking experience of reality is merely a filtered interpretation of something much greater. Our brains constantly process and simplify an overwhelming amount of sensory data, constructing a version of reality that makes sense for survival. But if our consciousness is shaped by chemical interactions within the brain, how much of what we perceive as real is actually just a limited slice of a much larger, more complex universe? The idea that the brain produces its own psychedelic compounds suggests that altered states of consciousness, whether through dreams, meditation, or near-death experiences, may not be deviations from reality, but rather different ways of accessing it. Perhaps every night as DMT flows through the brain, we briefly step beyond our ordinary perceptions and into a realm that is just as real as our waking life, if not more so. And if that's the case, then the boundary between dreams and reality may be far thinner than we ever imagined. Dreams have long been associated with the mysterious ability to foresee the future. While some dreams seem like meaningless fragments of our subconscious, others are strikingly precise, revealing events before they unfold in real life. This phenomenon, known as precognitive dreaming, has been reported for centuries, leaving many to wonder. Are these glimpses into the future merely coincidences, or is something far more extraordinary at play? Throughout history, countless individuals, from ordinary people to historical figures, have claimed to experience dreams that predict the future with eerie accuracy. One of the most famous cases is that of Abraham Lincoln, who allegedly dreamed of his own assassination just days before it happened. In his dream, he saw a funeral being held at the White House, and when he asked who had died, a soldier told him, "The president has been assassinated." The chilling accuracy of this dream has led many to believe that Lincoln unknowingly foresaw his own fate. But Lincoln's case is not unique. Many people have reported dreaming of events, both personal and global, that later came true. Some dream of a loved one they haven't seen in years, only to unexpectedly meet them the next day. Others experience vivid dreams of places they've never visited, only to find themselves standing in that exact location months or years later. There are even reports of people dreaming about disasters or tragedies before they occur, such as plane crashes, earthquakes, or major political events. Scientific studies on precognitive dreams suggest that this phenomenon may not be as random as skeptics claim. One experiment conducted by researcher Dr. Stanley Krippner at the Dream Laboratory of Maimonides Medical Center sought to explore whether people could dream about specific images or events before being exposed to them in waking life. In these experiments, participants would sleep in a controlled environment, and an unknown image would be selected randomly. When the participants were later asked to describe their dreams, many of them reported imagery and themes that strongly resembled the chosen images, despite having no prior knowledge of what they would be. This raises a profound question. Is time truly linear, or does our consciousness have the ability to transcend it during sleep? Mainstream science views time as a rigid, forward-moving construct, but some theories in quantum physics suggest that time may be far more fluid than we perceive. If time does not strictly flow from past to future, but rather exists as a vast interconnected web, it is possible that our subconscious mind, when freed from the constraints of waking logic, can access information from the future just as easily as from the past. Some researchers believe that precognitive dreams are a form of pattern recognition, where the subconscious mind pieces together subtle clues and probabilities, allowing us to predict likely outcomes without realizing it. However, this theory does not fully explain the instances in which dreams reveal highly specific details about future events that the dreamer had no logical way of knowing. Another possibility is that our dreams act as a bridge between dimensions, tapping into a higher level of consciousness where past, present, and future all coexist simultaneously. This aligns with the beliefs of many ancient cultures and spiritual traditions, which have long held that dreams can provide divine insights or messages from a higher realm. Shamans, mystics, and prophets from various civilizations have relied on dreams for guidance, believing them to be a means of accessing hidden knowledge. Interestingly, modern neuroscientists have also begun to explore the idea that the human brain functions like an antenna, capable of tuning into different frequencies of reality. If true, this would suggest that our dreams may be more than just brain-generated illusions. They could be windows into alternate timelines or future events. Despite the skepticism surrounding precognitive dreams, the sheer number of documented cases is difficult to ignore. From historical accounts to personal testimonies, the evidence suggests that dreams have the potential to reach beyond the limits of time and space, offering glimpses of what has yet to come. So, what does this mean for our understanding of reality? If our dreams can predict the future, then perhaps time is not as linear as we assume, and consciousness is not confined to the present moment. It may mean that while we sleep, we temporarily step outside the constraints of time, accessing a broader perspective that our waking minds simply cannot grasp. Ultimately, the mystery of precognitive dreams challenges everything we think we know about time, reality, and the power of human consciousness. While science has yet to fully explain this phenomenon, one thing remains clear. Dreams are far more than just fleeting images of the mind. They may hold the keys to unlocking the hidden nature of existence itself. If sleep were nothing more than a passive state, a simple switch between wakefulness and rest, then why do some people wake up paralyzed, fully aware, yet completely unable to move? Sleep paralysis is one of the most unsettling and mysterious phenomena a person can experience, being trapped between sleep and consciousness, held hostage by their own body. It's terrifying not just because of the paralysis itself, but because of what so many people report seeing during these episodes. Across cultures and throughout history, people have described eerily similar visions accompanying sleep paralysis. Shadowy figures lurking in the corners of the room, a dark presence pressing down on their chest, or an overwhelming sense of being watched. Some describe a malevolent entity creeping closer, whispering incomprehensible words, while others feel as if they are being dragged out of their own body. The consistency of these hallucinations across different cultures is unsettling. Why would people from vastly different backgrounds, with no shared myths or stories, experience such similar visions? Could it be that sleep paralysis is more than just a neurological malfunction? Scientifically, sleep paralysis occurs when the brain wakes up while the body remains locked in REM atonia, the natural paralysis that prevents us from physically acting out our dreams. Normally, this paralysis fades as we transition into wakefulness, but in sleep paralysis, the brain becomes conscious while the body remains frozen. This mismatch creates a terrifying state where the person is awake but powerless. The hallucinations, according to neuroscientists, may stem from the brain attempting to make sense of this in-between state, blending dream imagery with waking awareness. But is that explanation enough? Some researchers propose that these experiences may be rooted in evolutionary survival mechanisms. The sensation of a presence, for example, might be linked to an ancient primal fear response. Our ancestors who were hyper-aware of lurking predators had a better chance of survival. This could explain why, even in the modern world, our brains generate a watcher in moments of extreme vulnerability. The pressure on the chest might be related to disrupted breathing patterns that occur during REM sleep. But even if these theories explain the mechanics, they don't fully address the deeper mystery. Why do so many people feel as ill if they have encountered something truly real? Many who experience sleep paralysis insist that what they see isn't just a hallucination, but something more, something external. Some believe that during sleep paralysis, the veil between dimensions weakens, allowing us to perceive entities or energies normally hidden from our waking senses. In many ancient cultures, sleep paralysis was considered a supernatural event rather than a neurological glitch. Folklore across the world speaks of shadow beings, demons, or spirits that visit people in their sleep, stealing their breath or pressing down on their chests. The famous night hag of European folklore, the Kanashibari of Japan, and the jinn of Middle Eastern mythology all bear striking resemblances to modern sleep paralysis accounts. Even in modern times, those who undergo sleep paralysis often describe it as a profound and chilling experience, one that lingers long after the episode has ended. Some people report feeling as if they were momentarily disconnected from their physical body, caught in a space where time felt distorted. Others recall a sense of telepathic communication with the shadowy entities, as if an unspoken message was being delivered to them. Could it be that sleep paralysis is more than just an anomaly of consciousness? Perhaps it is a brief window into something beyond ordinary perception, a glitch in reality itself. If our waking reality is just a constructed experience filtered through the brain, then moments like sleep paralysis might allow us to glimpse what lies beyond that filter. Maybe in those terrifying seconds, we aren't simply dreaming with our eyes open, we're witnessing something we were never meant to see. Most dreams unfold like a movie we didn't direct, scenes shifting beyond our control, characters appearing and disappearing at will. But for some, there's a rare and extraordinary exception. They wake up inside their dreams. They suddenly realize the world around them isn't real. And with that awareness comes an incredible ability to shape their dream environment as if they were the architects of an alternate reality. This phenomenon is called lucid dreaming, and it reveals something profound about the human mind. Even in the depths of sleep, when the body is at rest, the mind retains an astonishing level of awareness. Scientific research has shown that during lucid dreams, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, reasoning, and self-awareness, becomes highly active. This is the same region that keeps us grounded in reality when we're awake. In other words, while most of the brain follows the unpredictable currents of sleep, a part of you remains conscious enough to make decisions, think critically, and even exert control over your dream world. But why does this ability exist at all? Dreams are often considered random bursts of neural activity, a chaotic blend of memories and imagination. If that's true, then why would the brain have the capacity to recognize its own dream state and even alter it? This question has fascinated scientists, philosophers, and spiritual thinkers alike. Some researchers argue that lucid dreaming is simply a byproduct of our brain's complexity, a glitch in the system that allows self-awareness to leak into sleep. Others believe it has evolutionary advantages, possibly helping our ancestors practice problem-solving or prepare for real-world dangers in a safe, simulated environment. But beyond science, some take an even more radical perspective. They see lucid dreaming as evidence that consciousness is not entirely confined to the physical world. If we can think, reason, and manipulate an entire reality while our bodies lie motionless in bed, what does that say about the true nature of consciousness? Could it exist independently of the brain, or even extend beyond it? Many ancient traditions, from Tibetan Buddhism to indigenous shamanic practices, have long viewed dreaming as a gateway to other dimensions of experience, a space where the mind transcends the limitations of the physical self. Even in the modern world, lucid dreaming continues to challenge our understanding of reality. It blurs the boundary between waking life and the subconscious, making us question how much of our perceived reality is truly real. After all, if you can taste food, feel textures, and experience emotions just as vividly in a dream as you do in waking life, then how different are the two states of consciousness? Whether it's a scientific curiosity or a glimpse into something deeper, lucid dreaming proves one undeniable fact. The mind is more powerful than we often give it credit for. Even in the silence of sleep, awareness lingers, waiting for us to wake up, not just in our dreams, but perhaps in ways we have yet to fully understand. Most people have had dreams that seemed to stretch on for hours, full of intricate details and unfolding events, only to wake up and realize that barely a few minutes had passed in the real world. This strange phenomenon isn't just a trick of memory or perception. Scientific research suggests that the way we experience time in dreams is fundamentally different from how we process it while awake. Studies on dreaming and sleep cycles have revealed that during REM, rapid eye movement sleep, when most vivid dreams occur, the brain operates on a different internal clock. Unlike wakeful consciousness, where time is measured and experienced in a linear fashion, the dream state appears to bend, stretch, and compress time in ways that defy ordinary logic. Some researchers theorize that this is because, in dreams, our brain is no longer receiving input from the outside world, allowing it to create its own sense of duration, unmoored from physical reality. Lucid dreamers, people who become aware they are dreaming and can sometimes control their dreams, have even tested this idea. They have conducted experiments within their dreams, setting challenges such as counting seconds or performing tasks while tracking the perceived duration. When they wake up and compare their estimations to real-world time, the results are often surprising. Some report that their dream actions feel nearly synchronized with real time, while others experience extreme time dilation, where an entire dream narrative that seemed to last hours or even days transpired in just a few minutes of sleep. This raises fascinating questions about the nature of time and consciousness. If the mind can experience time so fluidly in dreams, what does that say about its relationship to reality? Could it mean that time, as we understand it, is more of a mental construct than a rigid, unchanging law of nature? Some philosophers and scientists have even suggested that our waking experience of time is just one possible interpretation of reality, one shaped by our brain's need to process information in a structured way. If dreams reveal that time can be stretched and compressed at will, then perhaps what we consider real time is just a limitation of our physical senses. And if consciousness itself can drift beyond the constraints of time in a dream, could this mean that it isn't fully bound to the physical world at all? One of the most mysterious aspects of dreaming is how strikingly vivid and internally coherent some dream worlds can feel. While many dreams are fragmented and surreal, others unfold with remarkable realism, full of landscapes, cities, and details that seem just as tangible as waking life. Some people report dreaming of places they've never visited, yet these places possess a sense of familiarity, intricate architecture, and even a consistent set of rules that govern how things work. Others have recurring dreams of the same unknown locations, where they explore the same streets, interact with the same people, and even recall past dream experiences, as if they are living an alternate life in another realm. This bizarre phenomenon has led some to draw connections between dreaming and one of the most fascinating ideas in quantum physics, the multiverse theory. This theory suggests that our universe is not the only one, but rather that infinite versions of reality exist simultaneously, each containing different possibilities and outcomes. In some of these alternate realities, history may have unfolded differently, events may have taken new paths, and even the dreamer themselves may exist in another form. If this theory holds any truth, could dreaming be more than just a mental illusion? Could it be that when we dream, our consciousness momentarily shifts, not just into an imagined scenario, but into an alternate version of reality? Some researchers and philosophers have entertained the idea that dreams are not always mere fabrications of the mind, but rather fleeting glimpses into parallel dimensions, realities that exist beyond the limitations of our waking senses. Though mainstream science has yet to prove this, many cultures and spiritual traditions have long believed that dreams are more than just random neural activity. In various indigenous and ancient belief systems, dreams are considered gateways to other realms, messages from unseen worlds, or even memories of past or future lives. The Tibetan practice of dream yoga, for example, suggests that dreams can be used as a tool to explore different planes of existence. Similarly, some shamans and mystics claim to enter other dimensions through their dreams, communicating with spirits or gaining knowledge inaccessible in waking life. The possibility that dreams might serve as windows into alternate realities raises profound questions about the nature of consciousness itself. If our awareness can experience places and events beyond our known reality, even for brief moments, then what does that imply about the true boundaries of our existence? Could it mean that reality is far more fluid than we assume, and that our minds have access to dimensions beyond the physical? Whether or not the multiverse theory is the explanation, one thing remains certain. Dreams continue to challenge our understanding of what is real. They blur the lines between perception and illusion, imagination and experience, personal memory and something much greater, perhaps something beyond what we currently comprehend. You wake up from a dream feeling certain that it was so vivid, so profound, that you'll remember it forever, only to watch it slip away like mist within minutes. No matter how hard you try to hold on to the details, they seem to dissolve, leaving behind only fragments or a vague emotional imprint. But if dreams were truly meaningless, why would the brain go to such lengths to erase them so quickly? If they were simply random neural activity with no significance, it would make more sense for them to fade passively, not disappear with such efficiency. Some researchers believe this is because dreams serve a very different purpose than waking memories. Unlike real-life experiences, which the brain actively encodes and stores for future reference, dreams may function more like a processing system, meant to be experienced, sorted through, and then discarded rather than retained. During sleep, particularly in the REM, rapid eye movement stage, the brain engages in complex cognitive functions, sorting emotions, consolidating memories, and making sense of information gathered throughout the day. Some scientists propose that dreams help the brain filter out unnecessary thoughts or test hypothetical situations in a risk-free environment. Once their purpose is served, they are deleted to prevent clutter in our waking mind. In this sense, dreams may be a temporary mental workspace rather than a permanent archive. Another compelling theory suggests that forgetting dreams is actually a form of psychological protection. Dreams can be bizarre, intense, and sometimes deeply emotional, blurring the line between reality and imagination. If we retained all our dreams with the same clarity as waking experiences, it could distort our perception of reality. We might struggle to distinguish between events that truly happened and those that only occurred in the depths of our subconscious. In extreme cases, this could lead to false memories or even cognitive confusion, making it harder to navigate daily life with a clear sense of what is real. The brain's ability to erase dreams may be a built-in safeguard, ensuring that we wake up with a refreshed, undistorted understanding of the world. Instead of filling our minds with a chaotic mix of dream and reality, it selectively preserves only the most relevant emotional insights, allowing dreams to shape us without overwhelming us. So, while we may feel frustrated when a fascinating or meaningful dream slips away, it might not be a flaw in our memory. It could be an essential function of the mind, keeping us grounded in reality while still allowing us to explore the limitless world of dreams. One of the most popular legends about dreams is that if you die in a dream, you'll also die in real life. Yet, reality has repeatedly disproved this notion. Countless individuals have experienced death in their dreams, whether by falling into a deep chasm, being relentlessly chased, or enduring other haunting scenarios, only to wake up completely unharmed. Although the panic may still linger for a few moments, both the body and consciousness remain intact. This intriguing phenomenon naturally raises a compelling question. If death in a dream doesn't actually kill us, what does it truly signify? From a neurological standpoint, sleep and death share some remarkably similar characteristics. In both states, it seems that consciousness disconnects from physical reality. When we sleep, our bodies become nearly motionless, our heart rates and breathing slow down, and our brains transition into unique modes of activity. This state of detachment bears a striking resemblance to what many describe during near-death experiences. Those rare moments when people feel as though they are leaving their physical body, floating in an endless space, or reliving the memories of their life. Some individuals even recount encounters with mysterious entities, visions of a mystical light, or an overwhelming sense of profound peace. Experiences that mirror the vivid, surreal sensations found in our most intense dreams. Such observations give rise to a thought-provoking hypothesis. Are dreams merely the products of our overactive imagination, or could they be serving as a kind of rehearsal for the ultimate separation, death itself? Perhaps each night, as we surrender to sleep and our consciousness seemingly detaches from our physical form, our minds are engaging in a subtle exercise that gradually prepares us for the final transition. In this view, dreams might not be random at all, but rather a necessary process of sorting through emotions and experiences in preparation for a state where physical existence is no longer a factor. Various spiritual traditions, spanning both Eastern and Western cultures, have long suggested that dreams serve as a bridge between the tangible, physical world and another realm of existence. In Tibetan Buddhism, for instance, the practice of dream yoga is regarded as a profound method for understanding the true nature of consciousness and for preparing oneself for the eventual encounter with death. While modern science has yet to definitively prove that dreams are directly linked to the transition beyond life, they undoubtedly continue to spark deep questions about the very essence of consciousness and reality. Do you believe that dreams are merely a function of the human biological system, or could they be a gateway to mysteries that remain beyond our current understanding? Share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you learned something from this video, please like, subscribe to the Top Hidden Knowledge channel for more content on wisdom, spirituality, and personal growth. Or if you have time, check out other videos on this channel. Until next time.